have been going to Silverwood for approximately 20 years, and it judges the best North American bred dog for the year. When I first started going, there might be an entry of between 50 and 60, and now, this year, I believe the entry was 100 or more. The show has really increased in size since I began. It's really become an international event.
The subject of all this adoration comes in a wide range of sizes. Once fully grown, they can weigh in anywhere between 55 and 40 kilos and on average stand about 55 centimeters high. Bull Terriers should be strongly built, muscular, symmetrical and active, with plenty of determination and an intelligent expression. They should have a gentle disposition and be amenable to discipline. Bull Terriers usually exhibit a high degree of animation and individuality in the ring.
The Bull Terrier needs to show great character, and there needs to be a clear sense of that comes across. I think the most important thing for me when I'm looking at a dog as a potential show dog is its type. It needs to say Bull Terrier in every sense of the word. What I'm doing with the dog the last half an hour before it goes in the ring is making sure that the coat is looking exactly the way that I want it to, making sure that the dog is feeling confident and up and is feeling connected to me. That's the most important thing, so that when I go in the ring with the dog, he is feeling like being part of my team, and I'm in sync with it as well. And so it's a team effort. It's not just me, it's not just the dog, it's what we do together.
She's a great dog trainer and dog breeder, and really has a knack with the dog and a connection with dogs that goes beyond normal. She can sense how that dog's going to behave and take training steps, and really works with a lot of people across the country to help them train their dogs better.
Mary Reamer's home in Pennsylvania could be described as Bull Terrier haven. Her bedrock kennels have produced champion show dogs and many wonderful pets. Mary's love affair with Bull Terriers dates back to her college days, when she and her first Bull Terrier would travel on the subway and attend Boston University classes together. It was then that she recognized the advantage of keeping Bull Terriers. About 2 years ago, Mary's attention was drawn to Sage, a young Bull Terrier that seemed to have a particular spark. She convinced its breeders to let her and a friend Pat Horn work with the dog. Pat's a professional trainer of search and rescue dogs. Even though Bull Terriers are not bred for this type of work, Pat noticed something extraordinary about Sage's character. She convinced Mary to let her see if Sage could be trained to do search and rescue work, even though they both knew the sight of a Bull Terrier rescue dog might raise a few eyebrows.
I think that one of the things that we found that was different about Sage was that, like most terriers that would chase squirrels and raccoons, Sage is committed enough to her work that nothing distracts her. She has to be proofed in these areas, and nothing distracts this dog from her work.
I've actually seen it happen on actual searches, Mary, where there's been a herd of deer go by, and also the other day we had some birds flush out of a certain area. She looked at them and said, "Oh well, it's not what I'm looking for," and kept going back to work.
Search and rescue dogs need to be consummate canine athletes, smart, fit and agile. While search dogs typically come from the sporting, herding and working class breeds, Sage's dedication and resistance to pain enable her to remain at the ready despite an injured paw suffered whilst training. Unlike tracking dogs like the Bloodhound or Labrador, which work off a specific scent article from the missing person, Sage has been trained to search for generic human scent.
During our training sessions, It's a lot of hard work, and we'll take a lot of objects and hide them, maybe in rubble or under debris. And that's what happened to her foot this week during one of our training sessions. As she tried to dig out at the source of scent, she actually cut her foot. But for Sage, it doesn't seem to matter whether she's injured or not, because her drive and desire to perform this task override everything.
A well-trained air-scenting dog like Sage can play a key role in finding a missing person.
One of the things that she'll do is some water searches, in which she did this summer, where she found a 14-year-old boy. What Sage will do is, when she gets to the person or to a source of scent, she will stay there and bark, letting me know that she's found who we've been looking for. Once she does that, she gets her ball, which is her favorite thing. What we want to impress upon these dogs is that the most important person in the world is that person that they're out there to find. We want them intense, focused, and ready to go work, and work until their job is finished.
Sage is unique in the world of search and rescue dogs. In fact, she's the only certified search and rescue bull terrier known in the United States. But despite all her acts of heroism, Sage is still a dog, and she enjoys the simple pleasures that most bull terriers enjoy: children, games, and the time with humans.
Bull Terriers are wonderful with children, probably because they're much like children, but also because they have very thick skin. And children can tug on their ears and their tails. They can ride them like ponies, and the Bull Terrier doesn't mind at all. In fact, they rather enjoy it.
But do exercise caution. As a rule, bull terriers require a lot of supervision, especially in the company of smaller children.
They're rambunctious dogs, and they think of children as puppies. And if you have a little, say, 4-year-old or 3-year-old, they'll start playing and they could knock the child down.
They wouldn't try to hurt a kid, but just the way they play, they're all muscle. And another thing they could do, you gotta be careful, is you see the size of his nose. If you go down to him, that nose will come right up to lick you. Well, I've been cracked in the face with it, and it can hurt.
Strong, muscular, and clumsy, yes, but a bull terrier would never purposely harm anyone. Their physical